Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Zach Young, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we're joined by Rachel Mailer, a UK-based dating and relationship coach. Rachel helps clients build confidence, clear emotional blocks, and create lasting love through personalized coaching. She supports individuals in navigating modern dating challenges with practical guidance and compassion, empowering them to find fulfilling relationships. Rachel, a very warm welcome to Founders Future.
Thank you. What a great intro. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. I do like to start from the beginning a little bit. So before you became a relationship coach, what were you doing and what was really your driver to get into this space?
Of course. So before going into the coaching space, I was an early years teacher. You may call it kindergarten. And I worked as a teacher, manager, different leadership roles for 15 years. While doing that, gained those clear leadership skills and developed different strategies, as well as a deep understanding of attachment theory, which I then adapt to my coaching and holistic approach.
Okay, so that kind of set the basics for the foundations, I should say, for what you're doing now.
Exactly.
Wonderful. And did I hear that right? You were doing that for about 15 years?
Yes, so I was doing that for 15 years. And then as part of my increased knowledge and personal development growth and being on my own dating journey, I deep dived into personal development, confidence building skills, communication, body language, and then just started implementing things, realizing that the online dating scene is much more difficult than I first thought. And I needed a bit of strategy behind actually what I was doing to gain the high value man that I wanted.
Absolutely. I'm one who was very lucky. I found my person before the online dating apps really took off. If I didn't, I would be single for the rest of my life. I would be so bad on those things. So thankfully, I got a little lucky. But I think you're so right. You need a strategy. There's a right way to go about this, and most people probably aren't doing that.
Exactly. And unlike you, I began when it wasn't even the cool thing to do. And no one was doing that. And I tried all the different apps and found one that worked for me, was my favorite. And then I even did it through lockdown. So that came any other different strategies of we can't actually meet up. So you need to find ways to gain the information. And that's what I built with the communication skills of how to ask those open questions, those deep open questions. So you're not just asking, how was your day? Because especially during lockdown, it was the same. It was fine.
Absolutely. Let's go to the present. Can you walk us through what does working with Rachel look like? Can you walk us through the structure? Are you working a lot of one-on-one? Is there some group coaching involved? Walk us through that process.
Of course. So today I do one-on-one coaching. I have a 4-month roadmap that takes my clients, the high value women that know that they have value to give, know that they have love, they are self-aware, they are ambitious, and they just might feel that they don't have a lot of time. But I will show you that you don't need a lot of time, even in this 4-month process. That's an hour a week, which can be bi-weekly. It's flexible. It's your bespoke program that I personalize for you. And then we dive into those deep strategies. My first one being your non-negotiables. You need to know exactly what you need, what you're focusing on, just like you do in business. You need to know your main goal. And then you need to reject everything that doesn't compare to that. And I always say that relationships and dating strategy is very similar to building a business, because those are doing networking in a way, but you're going into that deeper level to find who actually works for your life.
Absolutely. You got to market yourself. You got to sell yourself.
But you don't want it to be an interview.
Yes, true. But you got to do it in a natural way, right? Which is not easy. It doesn't seem like that's, I don't want to say naturally ingrained to us. Maybe it's just how we've been through social media and our phones and things like that. Maybe that's what's taken us away from that. You think I'm on track there?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think lockdown in particular helped in that situation because you then get comfortable speaking on the phone or through a phone or a screen of some kind. And
Mhm.
then you might lose that personal touch when you do meet them in person. So it's very much about, even if it does start online or it starts in person, at some point it's the roles are going to switch. So you need to know how to message, you need to know how to talk in person like a human and develop those, bring across your personality, just like you would on screen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With the women that you work with, would you say there's maybe one mistake maybe that they're making that you see a lot of women making that maybe you could give us some insight into that hopefully maybe the listeners could not make that mistake?
I, yes, I would say that a common misconception that I get is that because you're a high value woman, you might have your own business, you are very busy and you're too busy, becoming too busy to put in the work to attract your partner, which is why you're in this vicious cycle. Personally, and with this strategy, you don't need to put in that much time than you think. There's a difference as well in business of just doing stuff to be busy and actually the things that will move the pin forward to find and attract your person. These equate to those non-negotiables that I was speaking about. It equates to, if you don't have a lot of time in your day, then what are the pockets of time that we can work with? And that will all become in your discovery call that we have a chat. And then that personalized touch that we speak to. It's probably a minimum about 20 minutes a day, really, that these strategies equate to, because we'll have our one-on-one time, which is an hour. And then after that, in a sense, that's your investment that you're paying in. We have different investments in life, business, etc. So really, if that is your true priority, then you need to make it your priority and make time for that, which is why I'm here.
Absolutely. That's a great program. 20 minutes a day. Let's be honest, no matter what job we're doing, we all have 20 minutes a day. Pull up your screen time. We know those apps take up more than 20 minutes a
Exactly.
day.
Yeah, and that's about setting boundaries. You don't want to be scrolling. We all hear you don't want to be scrolling on social media. You don't want to be swiping left the whole time. What works for you? I personally did 20 swipes left and I stopped going on the app. Because let's be real, you might, if you join an app, you might gain lots of traction at the beginning, but the quality might not, probably isn't there, or the quality isn't what you want, but you have the quantity. So we want to
Mm.
reverse that by not exhausting yourself on your typical runs and just identify, do these people match up with my non-negotiables? If yes, great, move to the next stage. And if no, no. I
Yeah,
always say no is a
absolutely.
full sentence. You don't need to you don't need to continue
So true.
it.
As a dating coach, do you have a favorite dating app?
I do. I actually have two, and they're the two that I personally. So I just want to say I'm not endorsed by them, but these are the ones that I personally use. So I did use Tinder. It was just the original, and I always ended up going back to that ever since I first went on it in 2014. So I have a lot of dating apps. And then Hinge, I found worked really well. It's another free app. I don't feel that you need to pay apps. The ones that I did pay for, I always felt that I didn't quite get what I was searching for. So I just did all the free ones. And but it gives you a bit more information because your person and other people you meet on apps will be on more than one. So you should be on more than one. The point of dating is to explore more options. I see it as, if you were wanting to, I don't know, network, you wouldn't just network in that one place all the time. You would go to different events. It's the same
Mhm.
as dating. You go to different apps, different people, but you also see some of the same people. And it's nice to also see what the other apps bring. If they give you more questions, they might ask deeper questions. You might find out something you didn't know from, say, just Tinder and the swiping. Whereas Hinge goes a bit more into, are they wanting a relationship? That is definitely something you need to know before you start talking to someone. And
Absolutely. So Tinder and Hinge.
yeah,
Tinder and Hinge. Love it. You heard it here from a certified dating coach. Tinder and Hinge are your app. Love it. Looking towards the back end of the business a little bit, how are women currently finding you to work with you?
So they find me through my Instagram, which is at Rachel Mailer Coaching. And that starts with DMing me. If you heard me through this podcast, then please feel free to DM me future. And then I can send you a link to booking a call. I actually was wanting to offer anyone who listens to this podcast to book in a call with me, and you can have a complimentary one-on-one love session with me. So thank you
Yes.
for listening.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know why they would not take advantage of that. If you are a woman who is looking to date, definitely go and do that. What was your Instagram one more time?
At Rachel Mailer Coaching.
At Rachel Coaching. Beautiful. And we will hit that again at the end. So don't worry about that. So good. So people are currently finding you through Instagram mostly right now?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. We have so many coaches on the show. Everyone loves the social media content, right? It's warm. They know you typically before they talk to you. So it's a very natural progress. A lot of coaches find that may be a little inconsistent sometimes. Maybe it's a content issue. Maybe it's not. Do you find it to be that way sometimes? And how do you go about that, if so?
As in Instagram itself, or me personally on it?
You essentially getting your clients from Instagram. Is that consistent, or would you say inconsistent?
I believe it's consistent. Most of my traffic comes from Instagram. Even if they're found on a different app, I usually direct them to Instagram, as it has more of that eye-opening. You've got all the feed there. You can see the stories, which you can't see if you're a new person coming into the situation. And the story feature, for example, isn't on other social media. So it's a nice link through, just to clarify and make sure that those clients really do want this next step. We are truly a match for each other.
Absolutely. What do you find is your best performing content? Is it a picture post with a long caption? Is it a quick 30-second video? What do you find to be your bread and butter there?
I find my reels are working really well at the moment. Specifically, my dating sessions that I do. I have a weekly swipe smart session that I do on my Instagram stories, and sometimes turn that into a reel as well, just to bridge it out to more people.
Absolutely. Short form content is king in this day and age, it seems, for sure.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Rachel, such a pleasure having you on the podcast. I want to finish up with one last question. You've been doing this for a good amount of time now. Do you have any goals or maybe a vision you've set for yourself in the business over the next 1 to 2 years?
Yes, I would just like to support and help as many women as possible to attract their life partner. I've done it. I've already helped loads of women do this, and I just feel it's that belief that's perhaps holding them back. But I'm here to support, and that's part of the reason why I'm on this podcast today, to be able to share my journey and show people that it's possible.
Absolutely. Love it. It's the impact that matters the most. That is for sure.
Exactly.
Wonderful. We covered it just briefly there, but could you go over your Instagram again? Where can people connect with you? Where's the best place to get in touch?
Yeah, of course. So on Instagram, it's at Rachel Mailer Coaching, and just drop me a DM with the word future, and I will send you a link to book in your complimentary call.
Rachel, such a pleasure having you on. Thank you for your time.
That's all right. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And that will wrap up another inspiring episode of The Founder's Future. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go and connect with Rachel on Instagram. That was at Rachel Mailer Coaching. Be sure to send her a DM saying future and get your free one-on-one love session. Don't know why you wouldn't. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're looking to scale your business and you really want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with our team and discover how we went from 0 to 30 million per year in less than 3 years. Until then, keep on climbing.